first true crime video I am posting. And let me tell you, today's cases are heavy even for me. We're talking about the kind of stories that keep you up at night, the ones that make you double check your locks and maybe sleep with the lights on. We're diving deep into the world of true crime to uncover the top 5 most intense, shocking, and downright crazy stories from around the world. Get ready to have your mind blown, because some of this stuff is just straight up unbelievable. So grab your detective hats, pour yourself a stiff one, you're gonna need it, and let's get right into the darkness. Okay, true crime fans, let's kick things off with a classic and one of the most baffling, unsolved cases in history, the Zodiac Killer. This case is seriously the stuff of nightmares. Imagine this, it's the late 1960s in sunny California, and people are living their lives completely unaware that darkness is lurking around the corner. Then, bam, this mysterious figure starts attacking couples, leaving a trail of terror and cryptic clues in his wake. And the creepiest part, he loved to brag. The Zodiac would send these creepy letters to the press, taunting them with ciphers and coded messages, claiming responsibility for his heinous acts. Talk about a massive ego trip, right? He even had his own symbol, a crossed circle that sent shivers down everyone's spines. It was like his own twisted trademark. The Zodiac claimed to have killed 37 people, but only 7 attacks were confirmed, leaving investigators scratching their heads and the public living in fear. What made this case even more chilling was the fact that the Zodiac seemed to vanish into thin air after 1974. Like 1 minute, he was terrorizing California, and the next, poof, gone. Some of his ciphers have been cracked, but many remain unsolved to this day. Can you imagine the frustration of knowing there's a message out there that could potentially unlock the whole case? Theories about his identity have ranged from the mundane to the absolutely wild. But the question remains, who was the Zodiac Killer? It's a mystery that continues to haunt us to this day. Alright folks, buckle up, because this next story is a tough one. It's the tragic tale of the Jonestown Massacre, a chilling reminder of the dangers of blind faith and unchecked power. In the 1970s, Jim Jones preached about social justice and equality. He founded the People's Temple, attracting many followers. He seemed like a savior, especially to the marginalized. He promised a utopia free from the evils of the outside world. But Jones was a master manipulator, isolating his followers. He demanded absolute loyalty and punished dissent. Jones moved his followers to Jonestown in Guyana. It became his personal prison camp. In 1978, the unthinkable happened. Over 900 people died in a mass murder-suicide. They were ordered to drink cyanide-laced Flavor Aid. The Jonestown Massacre warns about the dangers of cult mentality and the abuse of power. Get ready for a real-life Hollywood horror story, because we're about to dive into the gruesome and unsolved murder of Elizabeth Short, better known as the Black Dalia. This case is as tragic as it is mysterious, and it's one that still sends chills down the spines of those who dare to explore its depths. Picture this, it's 1947, and Los Angeles is buzzing with post-war optimism. But beneath the glitz and glamour of Hollywood lurked a darkness that would soon consume the life of a young, aspiring actress. On January 15th, Elizabeth Short's body was found in a vacant lot, her life brutally cut short. The scene was horrific. Her body was severed at the waist, completely drained of blood, and her face was slashed into a grotesque Glasgow smile. The brutality of the murder shocked even the most seasoned detectives, and the press had a field day, sensationalizing the case and dubbing her the Black Dahlia. Despite a massive investigation and countless suspects, the case went cold, leaving more questions than answers. Who was this young woman, and what led to her gruesome end? Theories abound, ranging from a scorned lover to a deranged surgeon, but the truth remains elusive. The Black Dahlia case became a symbol of Hollywood's dark underbelly, exposing the seedy side of fame and the vulnerability of those chasing their dreams. It's a haunting reminder that even in the city of angels, darkness can lurk around every corner. Alright guys, this next case is one of the most infamous and disturbing in American history, the Manson Family murders. This story dives deep into the dark side of the 1960s counterculture and the terrifying power of manipulation. So, imagine this. It's the summer of love, right? Peace, love, and all that good stuff. But beneath the surface, a storm was brewing. Enter Charles Manson, a charismatic yet deeply disturbed individual who formed his own twisted family of followers. Manson preyed on the vulnerabilities of his young, impressionable followers, many of whom were runaways. He filled their heads with his twisted ideologies, preaching a bizarre mix of hippie philosophy and apocalyptic prophecies. But Manson's true intentions were far more sinister. He believed in a race war, which he called helter-skelter, and saw himself as a prophet. In August 1969, Manson orchestrated a series of brutal murders that shocked the nation. The victims, including actress Sharon Tate, who was 8 months pregnant, were brutally stabbed to death. The sheer brutality of the crimes sent shockwaves through America and beyond. The Manson family murders marked a turning point in American history, shattering the illusion of peace and love. Even today, the case continues to fascinate and horrify, serving as a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked charisma. This next case is every parent's worst nightmare: the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. It's a story that gripped the world, a heart-wrenching mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Picture this: it's 2007 and the McCann family is on vacation in Portugal. They're staying in a resort, enjoying the sun and each other's company. One evening, the parents put their 3 young children to bed and head out for dinner with friends at a nearby restaurant. They check on the kids periodically, but when they return to their apartment that night, they discover something is terribly wrong. 3-year-old Madeleine is missing from her bed. The parents are frantic, the authorities are called, and a massive search begins. The world watches in horror as the story unfolds, desperately hoping for Madeleine's safe return. But as days turn into weeks and weeks into months, the trail grows cold. Theories abound. Was Madeleine abducted by a stranger? Did someone connected to the resort taker? Was it a tragic accident? The lack of answers only fueled the media frenzy, and the case became one of the most widely reported missing person cases in history. Despite numerous leads, false hopes, and countless hours of investigation, Madeleine's disappearance remains a mystery. The case had everything: international intrigue, conflicting evidence, and a media storm that seemed to swallow everything in its path. The McCann case is a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk even in paradise, and the unimaginable pain of a child's disappearance. Well, there you have it, guys. 5 of the most intense and shocking true crime stories that will leave you questioning everything. These cases are a stark reminder that truth can be stranger than fiction, and sometimes the real world can be even more terrifying than our wildest nightmares. If you're anything like me, you're probably feeling a mix of emotions right now. Shocked, saddened, and maybe even a little paranoid. But remember, these stories, while tragic, are not the norm. The world can be a dark place, but it's also full of good people doing good things. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more true crime stories. Stay safe and see you next time.